De'Aaron Fox has a point total of 29.5 against the Timberwolves. Too high or too low? I know we mentioned him a little bit in the first segment. Kenny.
I think that this is a little too low. I mean, look, I think that he's going to cover it. It's very high. So I don't know really what to say in terms of the technical answer to this question. By the way, I will never forgive Anthony Simons for beating Obi Toppin in the dunk contest. That was absolute robbery, but I
forgot that even happened,
Anthony
honestly.
Simons. I have no idea how he did that. I mean, and I thought he might win anyway. Okay, so Minnesota has allowed almost 25 points per game to opposing point guards the last 2 weeks. So that's why I don't think this number is that crazy. Like at first, I was like, this is way too many points. Now you're looking at specifically the points allowed to opposing point guards. De'Aaron Fox should get almost all of those minutes. The Timberwolves are 4th in pace over the last 10. The Kings are 9th. And also, as Nick alluded to earlier, the Timberwolves are worst, dead last in defensive efficiency over the last 10 games. They are not playing any defense whatsoever. De'Aaron Fox here. We want to talk about a team that is playing for nothing in the Sacramento Kings. I mean, he's just, the usage has been through the roof for him. He's just taking all the shots. He's the only guy who's looked like he has any sort of pulse on offense. They did show a pulse last game, but this team just hasn't really scored. So they've just put the ball in the hands of De'Aaron Fox. He's also been able to get to the free throw line a lot lately. So I like De'Aaron Fox here to cover the 29.5. It seems like a ridiculous number, but when you look at the matchup, it's actually not that crazy.
What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, not a whole lot else to say. I talked about how much I love Fox from a DFS perspective earlier, and I think Kenny's perfectly right to say that it's not like this. The prop is not set too high or too low. It's probably just about right. I mean, you look at Fox's last 15 games. I think he's at 29.7 points per game, so it's kind of right on what you'd expect. He's been on some nights where he's at 27, the next night he's at 33. It's kind of been right around that territory pretty much every single night, but the matchup to me certainly implies that he has a better than 50% chance to go over 29.5 tonight.